Let's get into my Week 7 picks for the NFL. First off, Cleveland versus Seattle. Yeah, I hope they don't broadcast that one, because that's going to be a boring game. The most exciting player out of both teams isn't even on the field. DeForest Jackson is still recovering from the injury. The start is likely to go to Charlie Whitehurst. Colt McCoy, doing pretty good. I look for him to bounce back this week, and I predict Cleveland Browns to beat Seattle Seahawks. At least Seattle's got coffee, because they're going to need a lot to cure the hangover from this team's football team record. Detroit against Atlanta at Detroit. Can you say bounce back? And there might be another crazy handshake after this one. Detroit, they kind of really depressed me last week. Matthew Stafford, intentional grounding calls. I think he had 2 of them, maybe even 3. He just looked lost out there. And I know Patrick Willis is a beast, but I underrated the defense from the 49ers. So I look for the Detroit to bounce back. Atlanta's still without Julio Jones on that hamstring. He is not going to play. So they got Michael Turner and Roddy White. So I'm looking for Detroit. Megatron did not get a touchdown first game of the season when he didn't get a receiving touchdown. So I'm looking for him to get 2. And Detroit takes that one at home. Tennessee and Houston. Divisional game. Matt Schaub still without Andre Johnson. They got Derek Mason in the trade. Boo-hoo. Oh well, who cares? I don't. Derek Mason is over the hill. But I'm still picking Houston to win this one. Matt Hasselbeck never had faith. He gave a lot of people in Seattle hangovers. Why do you think they're famous for coffee? Tennessee, they don't excite me. I don't really see that many positives. They got a great defensive line, so Foster is in for a game. He's going to have a little battle. But, Owen Daniels and Matt Schaub, I'm still going there. Jacoby Jones on special teams. I'm still picking Houston to win this one, even though they are playing at Tennessee. Ooh, a game that I'm excited, and I hope I get in the area. Denver and Miami at Miami. Now, what really made me curious about this one is they are congratulating the 2008 national champion Florida Gators for this game. Does that make sense to you? No. Do they want to give Tim Tebow all the momentum and the fan base that he can get for this game so they can win the Andrew Luck draft? I don't know. But they're definitely not hiding it looks like. Tony Sparano is losing his job after this one. And there was talk that John Gruden would come down and coach the Dolphins, but he just signed a 5-year contract with Monday Night Football. Whippy. Never seen a more boring Monday Night Football cast. But anyways, back to the pick. Team Tebow. Start them on your fantasy teams. I know it's an underrated Miami defense, but no, they're not going to stop Tim Tebow. He's got Tony Scheffler at tight end. He's got a couple backs. Marino can get the job done out of Georgia. And I'm really excited to see Tim Tebow play. I've been waiting and waiting. I like him. He's good. I like his style of play. He plays to win games. San Diego at New York against the Jets. Rex Ryan made some comments today. Or was it yesterday? I don't know. About he would have a couple of rings if he would have gotten the job, because he also interviewed for the San Diego job with North Turner in 2007. And all North Turner said was, where are those rings that he guaranteed the past 2 years? North Turner, former Dallas Cowboy coach. He's 3-3 in the postseason, which is not a very good record. But Phillip Rivers, he can tear apart any defense. I know you want to give it to Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady and Drew Brees, but Phillip Rivers is among the top 5 best quarterbacks in this league, and he can pick apart just about any defense. So I still predict him, even though the Jets' defense, they are good, I'm still picking him to get 30-plus points. So fantasy starters, don't be afraid to start Phillip Rivers. Fantasy football players, I'm sorry. Don't be afraid to start Phillip Rivers, as I predict them to win. And win easy. Mark Sanchez, maybe you should spend more time on the practice field and less time with magazine covers, photo shoots. Yeah, just saying. Chicago at Tampa Bay. I'm liking the Bucs. They bounced back. They won after that horrible loss against San Fran. And the Chicago is really struggling to find an identity. We got the quarterback cussing at the offensive coordinator. Mike Martz is running the offense from the booth upstairs, which it's obviously not working. So I don't know what they're thinking. But Tampa Bay, they're a young team. I really like their coach, Raheem Morris. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but he's really turning things around, and he is making us all forget about John Gruden. Washington at Carolina. The battle of the 2 QBs. One rookie who's tearing it up, and Washington can't find a starter. It's not that they don't want Rex Grossman, but it's not like they have a great choice in John Beck. John Beck, where'd he go to college? I don't know, and I know you don't either. So, John Beck showed up during the lockout, and the security didn't even recognize him. That's got to say something, right? Carolina. I do like Washington's secondary, though. D'Angelo Hall, LaRon Landry. I do like the secondary. I'm picking Carolina still, because Cam Newton can move, and I like that two-headed monster at running back with Jonathan Stewart and D'Angelo Williams. So I'm still picking Carolina, but it wouldn't surprise me if it went the other way. John Beck, as long as he manages the game, gives the ball to Tim Hightower, and Chris Cooley, his safety net, it could be interesting. It could go both ways, but I'm still leaning towards Carolina. Just home field advantage, and Cam Newton is a dual threat in himself. My favorite game of the week. I'm really excited for this one, just because I'm a big Carson Palmer fan, and I'm glad he's back. The former Heisman Trophy winner, playing for Oakland, who's already been proving everybody wrong. Darren McFadden, the most exciting running back this year so far, I think. He's just killing them, and he's got these young receivers with a defense. He never had a defense in Cincinnati. And oh man, I just can't wait. And he's playing against the Chiefs. Oh. The 1-4, 1-5, I don't know how many games they've played. Chiefs, Carson Palmer's taking this one home. And I don't see him stopping there. I predict them winning their division and making the playoffs. I'm sorry, Charger fans, but they're going. And it's all because number 3 changed his number back to his college number. Number 3, Carson Palmer. Pittsburgh at Arizona. Now, I was watching ESPN, and Colin Cowherd said that Kevin Cobb is going to have a good game against this old Pittsburgh defense. No. No, he's not. I love Larry Fitzgerald. I follow him on Twitter. Every follower, he donates 10 cents to breast cancer awareness. Great guy. I just feel so bad for him. He needs to get out of Arizona. Pittsburgh, going against a former coach, Ken Wisenhunt, and they are going to make him pull out his hair that he doesn't really have much of. Pittsburgh is going to kill Arizona. Ben Roethlisberger is a beast. Mike Wallace might play. They're still unsure about that. Mike Wallace might play, but even if he doesn't, you got Hines Ward. You got Rashard Mendenhall. And I'm really drawing a blank here on the tight end. Shoot. Heath Miller. And Arizona can't contain that. They lost their best corner in Cromartie to the Eagles for a trade for Kevin Cobb, who's been, well, let's just say a bigger bust than the Dream Team itself, to be honest. And next up, my hometown, Dallas, hosting the St. Louis Rams. I really find it hard to find positives. Jason Garrett, he's not doing a very good job play calling. Finally, they're just criticizing him in the media when it should be going all the time. But they're playing a young quarterback. Sam Bradford didn't even practice today. A.J. Feely's been taking the snaps, the probable starter. So that just makes things worse for the Rams, who have already been struggling. 0-5. They're on the way to Andrew Luck draft all as well. And Dallas, the defense is too strong. DeMarcus Ware is the best pass rusher in the league. They have a weak secondary, but without Sam Bradford, that shouldn't be a problem. Dez Bryant's a beast. I'm not a big fan of Miles Austin. I think he drops too many passes. And Jason Witten, always good. Felix Jones, likely to play, likely to start. And even if he doesn't, Tashard Choice and DeMarco Murray, they were showing me some light. They didn't do as bad as I thought. I like Tashard Choice. I don't know why he's not touching the ball more. But DeMarco Murray, he's doing good. The rookie out of University of Oklahoma. Green Bay, Minnesota, also known as the Purple Slaughterhouse, because the Vikings, a rookie quarterback, I would not choose to start him, Christian Ponder out of Florida State. I would not choose his first game to start against the Green Bay defense. A.J. Hawks flipping the bird to everybody on this one, because this is just a big joke. McNabb at least gives you a chance to win this game. Christian Ponder, although I did like what I saw whenever he played in the fourth quarter, I did like what I saw. But you got Clay Matthews, you got Charles Woodson, Nick Collins, Texas native, went to my rival high school, Plano East safety Charlie Pepra, playing back there. You just got too many problems. No positives there. Vashante Shenko, Percy Harvin, Adrian Peterson. They just better hope that Adrian Peterson opens up the defense enough. But still, you got to throw away from Charles Woodson. Green Bay winning that one. New Orleans Saints hosting the Indianapolis Colts. There's really no positives. The Colts have one of the best receiving corps when they have Peyton Manning. I don't know if those are related because I love Reggie Wayne. Reggie Wayne, he's one of my favorite receivers. But they're not doing anything. Curtis Painter, I feel sorry for him. I'm not saying he's a bad athlete. He's just got thrown out in the sea without learning how to swim first. He's drowning, and he's going to be drowning against the Saints defense. And the Saints offense going to light up the score. They're